etched in our memory banks in this sport. Crazy comebacks, record-breaking performances. But it's not often we get a rivalry game that features a piece of agriculture as the prize at the end of a four-quarter battle, but that's exactly what we have in store here. Welcome to DeKalb, Illinois, and home to the Northern Illinois Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Ball State Cardinals, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Northern Illinois Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Northern Illinois about to kick it off as we get... started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense will have the football first. The Cardinals managed to slip by the Huskies the last time these two got together.
Yeah, the Cardinals took care of business in the big moment. On the big moments in a rivalry game where everybody doesn't like it. Listen, there's a trophy on the line. I'm all for it. They executed Jesse in those big moments.
It was mental toughness, really, thinking back to that game. Just when things just seemed like maybe it wasn't going to go their way, they were somehow able to overcome that. That's something that Ball State has got to be able to do again in this one.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
And the Cardinals trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Martin will throw it. Right down the middle. That's caught. It's Durham. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Cardinals will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. So the Northern Illinois Huskies offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover him, take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone, mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Givens. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the 1st down.
Here we go.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. Looking down the middle. Got his man. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. And the Huskies are on the move. Leaves it with the back. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Northern Illinois! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival,
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Thacker. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Quarterback moving. He's going to run it. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Grab near the marker. It's Durham. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. 1st and 10 coming up. Martin back to pass. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Cardinals back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Hamilton. Continues to fight for yards. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Cardinals didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Ball State. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the point after is good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. A little history here about the trophy. The bronze stalk was designed by a famous local DeKalb, Illinois sculptor and artist, Rene Bemis. And David, as a man of your refined taste, I'm sure acutely aware of the fact that it depicts two maize corn stalks, which you might see in this region of the country.
Yeah, corn. I mean, you just a fancy way of saying there's a lot of corn near both of these schools, so they made a bronze corn stalk, Jesse, and that's what they get to play for today.
I love corn. I love eating it. I love drinking distilled corn in various forms. And it's a great trophy as well. So I'm all for it.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there.
And that was almost a huge mistake by special teams. On the punt return, fumbling the football. They are so lucky that they jumped on that ball and that their offense is now going to take the field, because that could have been disastrous.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. First meeting between these two ended as a tie in 1941. They've had some breaks, but since 1997, they've met annually.
Well, that was a 6-6 tie all the way back in 1941. I hope we're going to be getting some more points in this one, but as that score indicated, David, every time these two teams meet up, it's generally pretty close.
It is close. I mean, we've seen all kinds of fun things over the years, but the games are close, the rivalry is big, and that bronze corn stalk is on the line.
Martin will throw it. He lofts one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside and out wide receiver. You get in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time.
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Keep it on the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. K-State has the lead. Now, the Little Apple has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by a field goal over Utah State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They try to pop a run on the draw. Makes a pass to Marker. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Tries to do it himself on the draw.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
From the gun, the ground game. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
And the Cardinals will line it up on 1st and 10. Martin back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Thacker. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second.
Let's go.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Here we go. Ready.
Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? The offense starts in the shadow of its own end zone. The give from the gun. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Fires to the tight end. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. On the run, it's Roach. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. Found the spot in the defense. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Caught close to the marker, it's Givens. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And the Huskies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab on the left. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
It's incomplete, but I don't think it's going to matter. There's a flag at the line of scrimmage, and it looks as if the defense was offside.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
And the defense was anxious to get off the ball quickly. Instead, it's just a little bit closer for the offense. Trying to bully their way in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big second down. Here probably expecting the offense to throw it with a little bit more room to work with.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stayed tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone. And the field goal unit is on the field. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. That is no good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. He'll keep it himself. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Now on 2nd down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Caught over the middle. It's Hamilton. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, you do not see a lot of big men with the ability to run like that defensive end did right there. The offense trying to trick him, trying to get the quarterback to the perimeter of the field, but just big man chasing down little man and getting to him quickly. That was impressive.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Cardinals are rolling down the field. They go to the ground, fighting off the defender. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground.
There he goes. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cardinals, after exploding for that huge run, back to work.
White 53. White 50.
They'll run the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Third down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times, but they need the full 10 yards now. Martin will throw it. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Third and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And after the 3-spot guys, we're all tied up. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Arkansas is just getting blown off the field right now, and it may continue to get worse before it gets better. If it gets better. What a shocker today in Fayetteville. They're trailing by 14 to East Carolina. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. They'll run it from the gun. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
The offense changing the play. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Uncorks one. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the third possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical third down, forcing an incompletion.
They booted away on fourth down. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field.
Turning it on! And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. Might as well give it to him again. Oh, he's got a chance. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Martin back to pass. Dumps it to the back. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Ellis. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Looking to throw for it. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Cardinals will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the returner will be knocked down. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
The give is to Williams. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Huskies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Nacua. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
To the air on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Givens. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Northern Illinois.
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line, getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a one-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And how about that for a capper, a 43-yard run for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Looking for space. It's Ellis. Shakes off the defender. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Martin will throw it. Unleashes it on the run. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, these fan bases have been hyped, and with the bronze stalk on the line, how can you blame them? And the standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. good luck making adjustments. A lot of football still to be played as these two scratch and claw for the right to claim that bronze stalk.
We're just about ready to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Handoff from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
All right, this running back's had all kind of success. Now we're getting later in the game. We got to make sure we get some stops, get the ball back to our offense.
Got a man. It's Roach. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Williams. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. This Northern Illinois offense continues to move quickly. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Really nice job by the quarterback, dropping back, understanding. He knew his wide receiver was going to drag across the middle of the field. Good timing, waiting for him to come open, hitting him with the strike.
And the Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Quickly to the tight end. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Lining up from the 34 on first down.
Ready. Kill.
Takes the handoff. It's Roach. Oh, he's got some space. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to the ground with the running back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that front.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. He'll pull it on the read. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Martin back to pass. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. It's a seam wide open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
How about that defense in the backfield? Nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Finds his man. It's Durham. And they're able to make the tackle.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the...
There he goes. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels. Doesn't.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And this one is perfect. That'll cut the lead down to 4, 17-13. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. UTEP is putting on a show offensively. They've built up a comfortable lead against an opponent that's really been outmanned.
Number 17, set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
The give is to Williams. Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets a head of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And the Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Huskies come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Zings it complete to the right. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Northern Illinois offense continues to move quickly.
Let's go, let's go.
From the gun, running back on the move. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. It's a draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Man, the defense was in there in such a hurry. They didn't even let that draw develop. Got to him so quick.
You know, the draw play has to look like a pass and not look like you're faking a pass. And I think there, it was pretty evident they were trying to run the draw. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. The lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Durham. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. The Cardinals are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Takes a handoff. It's Rote.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Makes the grab. It's Williams. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the first down. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. From the gun, running back gets to give. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
I mean, you just can't teach and coach Big D tackles to be that quick. I mean, he shot right out of his stance, beat the offensive lineman, and he was in the backfield before the O-line even knew it.
Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice gain. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking for room. It's Roach. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. He's got 2. He's got 2.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
It'll be 3rd and long.
Charcoal.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
Coming out with it, it's Durham. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory. Oh, it's picked off. What was the worst possible time? He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Here comes the offense back onto the field. They'll leave it with him. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the 1st down. And the Huskies line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll run it from the gun. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
Now, a 4th down.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Looking for a push on 4th down. They make the stop right there, but Northern Illinois has the 1st down.
Well, The defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. They've got the screen set up. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Looking for a gap. It's Roach. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Snagged out of the air. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. They trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
A first down run in the red zone. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Ball State takes over the football and the Cardinal offense headed out. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help...
He's got it on the right. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Under fire. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, the offense getting a little bit greedy. I think they had an explosive play the play prior, and they decided to try to pile on, throw the ball right away. But the defense was ready for it. What a great job up front, defeating the block and getting the sack, creating a negative play.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. Martin will throw it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Cardinals are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. It's caught. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Quarterback on the keeper. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Runs through a tackle. And he fought for everything he could. Probably lucky it wasn't worse with all of the company he had in the backfield. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Unleashes one deep. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Looking for space. It's Roach. Picks up the first down, still moving. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
Man, it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Let's go.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Incomplete.
Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
They boot it away. And the ball comes to rest right there.
And that is a huge play in terms of field position. Nice job by the punter. And how about the Gunners getting downfield to down that ball?
That's caught. It's Hamilton. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws to the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Martin back to pass. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Wants to throw again. Catch in the middle. It's Miles. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they tried to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Northern Illinois will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. He's got the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. They've got this game in hand, but maybe there's some bad blood. They want to rub it in a bit. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Martin will throw it. He wants a big play here late. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Ron Stahl, a unique trophy, and Northern Illinois earned a celebration in this one. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.